shit was different and it was different fast. And then you got people calling you every day and you got comments on the internet and you're gonna get a Rico. And I don't even think people know how serious that is.
Oh, I don't think they do it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit ain't nothing to play with. That shit ain't nothing.
Right.
Like, that shit serious, especially when you the man of the family.
Right.
Like, you the only one, and then like you gotta face that. Still be happy, still take care of the kids, still like, well, that shit'll really drive you crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's harder for me to like. It was hard for me to like put on headphones. I had a real deal for a year straight, just break myself in rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't care. I gotta make a song. I gotta make 2-3 songs. And it's just to like break myself down there like hustling. If I my money up, I gotta stay down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have my money up, but now I can't leave the trap. I gotta stay here till this shit get right. You know what I'm saying? So I had to goddamn force myself to put all my old ways into music now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a major transition for me. I don't even talk to the same people I used to talk to. I don't hang around the same people. That shit get up every day. I want to be able to talk to other people. I want to be able to move how I used to move, but it's like it's something bigger now and I can't.
Would you say that? I'm trying not to make assumptions, but would you say that you are happy right now?
I'm as happy as I've been in a long time.
But obviously not content.
Yeah, no, not content. Ain't happy as I want to be, and ain't happy as I know I can be.
But definitely happy, slime home.
Definitely happy slime for sure, 1,000%. That's like a big portion of it. Like,
Yeah. That was a joyous day when he was, told that he was coming home.
It was a joyous day. Like, when people don't know it, I don't even tell people. Like, I could have been with him.
Yeah.
You know, I was at his house the same day. Thank God I just happened to leave 2 hours early.
That's crazy.
That don't get head up more than anything. Like, damn, I gotta see bro go through it. Like, damn, that shit really could have been me.
Yeah.
Like, nigga had to change their whole life around.
I mean, and even more, that's just someone you're extremely close to.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, not even just like my rap peer. These are my everyday. You know what I'm saying? These like niggas I grew up with. Like,
That shit was a very nerve-wracking trial.
Definitely.
Because at certain times you didn't know what way it was going to go. And it was.
in no time, you know, it's
No, yeah, exactly.
And that's a long ass process, and then you know I'm into it. I'm watching it every day. All that's on your brain and on your mind when you need to go and put out your best work and shit. It's gonna be hard to do that.
Yeah.
Unless you're a nigga that don't really give a damn.
Right. Who do you think your place is? You always used to tell me, I ain't never wanted to be the best.
That ain't my place for the best. I think my place in rap is like to be one of them solid young niggas, like the real. You know what I'm saying? Like the one who ain't gonna go with what's cool and what's the fashion, or what's the trend. I think mine is to like the guys, some of these younger and even older people like a different route. Whether I'm the best at it or whether I feel like my purpose is that like to bring that to the game. Like, it don't matter what I wear, I ain't in it for the fashion. It don't matter, I don't got crazy tattoos, I don't got piercings, I don't got, you know what I'm saying, a crazy hairstyle, I don't got a dang, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't bring that part to the game. I think I bring the real shit, the real shit niggas go through, you know what I'm saying?
You went from 4PF to Glass Ceiling. And obviously the
Glass window.
And it's obviously can be with. What's the difference? What is? I'm sure I don't know if you've ever spoken on that.
Like, can't be put it as a way of life.
Right.
It's not a label, it's not a nothing, it's not a nothing. It's a way of life, you know what I'm saying? If you on your shit, like, you can't, girls say they can't with everybody. It's just that way of life, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And of course, 4 Fighter School had to come to an end, you know what I'm saying?
You said course. You said course.
Because all the shit that be going on and shit. And I had to start learning that, like, other people actions I could be held accountable for.
Right.
I ain't know all that at first. You know what I'm saying? I never would have went that route, but I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Now that I know, I'd be a fool to just keep the same thing going. You know what I'm saying? They trying to make something out of something that it ain't.
Right.
And if I got any kind of control of, hey, we gonna switch that whole thing up. And it ain't even just about the police. It's just period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never was supposed to make my label something that I talk about, because who I am, even like now, the young guys when I meet them and new artists who gonna start their own label, I'm telling them, hey, start your label, with something that don't got nothing to do with nothing or nobody but your artist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody ain't tell me that. I ain't know nothing about that. I ain't really understand it. So now I'm telling them like, hey, if you gonna start your label, don't call your label the same thing you call your crew or you and your homeboys who grew up together. Y'all don't do that. Cause the way they trying to set it up as a system, they gonna try to use it as a game. You know what I'm saying? And it's really the like target. And there's some people who do act as gangs. So I get it, but that ain't everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And what's so ironic?
You know what I was thinking? Um, I kind of said like a little, just something that just kind of crossed my mind. But life is short. If you really think about it, life is short as fuck. The first part of your life is like obviously from when you're a baby until you're like 18, maybe 21, give or take. It's like the first part of your life. And after that, you got maybe a good 40 to 60 years. That's if nothing else happens, right? So it's almost mandatory, in my opinion, that like, man, you gotta break some rules, bro. Like, break some rules. Try your hardest to forgive people. My bad, John. Try your hardest to forgive people. You know, if you find someone you like kissing, kiss them slowly. and enjoy it. And if you have the opportunity to find love, love hard, but also love truly, like truly love, you know. It's almost mandatory that you laugh, like gut bustingly, uncontrollably. Try to laugh uncontrollably your whole fucking life. And never regret anything in this life that makes you smile or that made you smile. Never regret that. Just something that crossed my mind, you know. I always have like these deep thoughts sometimes. But and if I do have to take like quick pauses, my bad, just because I won't put it on the pause screen or anything like that, but just because I am running a little business, you know, so I'm talking to customers and yada yada yada. But so I don't know if y'all saw the title. But I got a huge headache today for some reason. I don't know why. But I don't know if y'all saw the title. But it's a little bit different today. And I want to say, first off, what's up with y'all, man? My name is Cloudy Wingz. If this is your first time to the stream, to the chat, man, my name is Cloudy Wingz, CLOUDYWINGZ. This is kind of a little space where we talk about everything. Everything you can think of, we talk about it here. You know, and we get real and we get genuine, we get true, you know, all that shit, man. So if you're looking for a good time, good advice, motivation, inspiration, you in the best place possible that you could be. You know, I do all kinds of other stuff. I do have a YouTube with 90,000 subscribers. Go check me out. Same name, Cloudy Wingz. There is a space between the Y and the W. But, yeah. So, first and foremost, if you've been following me for a while, you probably... Well, actually, welcome back. If you've been following me for a while, welcome back. You know what I'm saying? If you've been, whether you've been following me, you know, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you know what I'm saying, or here, welcome back. You know, if you've been following me for a while, you probably noticed something. You probably noticed I've been a bit quiet, if you will. You know what I'm saying? I've been a bit quiet. And when I say quiet, I don't mean like the usual busy with life type shit. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about the fact that I ain't been making music for a long time now. I want to say I'm going on a year and a half, 2 years. You know, you guys are usually hearing music from me at least once or twice a month, you know. And first, I know, okay, like, I know that I don't have a lot of people who are transitioned from YouTube or transitioned from other platforms here on Twitch, but not yet, at least, because I really haven't put my Twitch all over the place like that. I haven't really been promoting it or anything like that. You know, just kind of doing the organic thing right now. But I know I've gotten a lot of messages and shit, even phone calls, you know, from people who rock with me, you know, just Give me 1 second. Yeah, so I've been making music, right? And I've gotten some phone calls, text messages, whatever. Um, just people asking like, what's up with the new music? Are you still creating? Emails. You've been out the game for a while. What's going on? Different producers hitting me up. Asking me this stuff like, engineers, like all kind of people, right? And not a grip of people, not a grip of people, not like that. Just different kinds of people. And and honestly, it's taken me a while to kind of figure out how to answer that. You know, um, so today I think I'm gonna open up and talk about why I kind of took a step back. You know what I mean? Why I kind of took a step back from music, and what that hiatus was like. And why I'm ready to get back into the shit. Why I'm about to start making music again. Before we do dive into before we do dive into all that, let me know in the chat if you've ever had like a little moment in your life where you just had to hit pause on something. Like you had to. And not just anything, but something you actually loved doing. Whether it was music, whether it was a hobby, or kind of just, something personal. I'm real curious to see if anybody else has gone through that kind of break. And I'll give you guys a second to kind of, you know, get your thoughts together and kind of, you know, tell me, your story a little bit or mention something in the chat. You know what I mean? Okay. Um, so if you had, if you have taken a second to kind of share your information, or if you are, you just don't feel like it, or you're shy, or whatever the hell, don't worry about it. Or if you just kind of keep it like a private type of vibe, you can always hit me up in the DMs on a different platform or whatever. So here's the thing. So I don't know if y'all know, but I've been making music. I've been a musical artist for a long time now. Right. I've worked hard on my music. I've worked hard to get where I am, even if that is nowhere in your opinion. You know, I just know the things that I've done to get where I am. You know, But I hit a point where I realized that I needed to step away. And part of that was the pressure. Part of that, part of it was the pressure. Because there's this idea in the music industry that if you're not constantly moving forward, you're only moving backwards and you're falling behind. And you're not in the right place if you're not winning all the time, right? And for a while, I kind of let that mess with my head. But when I say I put in the work and I've worked hard to get where I'm at, you know, not to toot my own horn, but I've met with major record labels, some more than a few major record labels. I've met a lot of celebrities, even have some celebrities' numbers in my phone right now, and those same people have given me and my music cosigns. I did features with a couple famous rappers. Some of those features were never released on their part, but that's fine. I've been in the studio with famous managers. So I put in the work, right? I remember I spent $30,000 on my music in 2 months. Yeah, in about 60 days. 30 bands may not be a lot of money to some people, but the way I'm minded, the way I think, that money could have kind of been used for a million other things that could have made me way more money. And don't get me wrong, I made a few dollars off my music, you know what I mean? Not literally, but I made a few dollars off my music, right? But I chose to spend that money on my music because I believed in myself, I believed in my vision, and I also had other people who believed in me too, right? There was definitely a few times where I was ran through the ringer, I got scammed, whether it was, paying for promo deals that I thought were real, but they were fake, or whether it was getting booked on what I thought was a major platform, and it turned out to be some little shit. And that's all a part of the game. That's not only a part of the game; it's all a part of the learning process of the game. The game is to be taught, but it is also to be sold, not told. You know what I'm saying? And overall, I've probably spent at least $100,000, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, building my brand. Not just the music side, but just my brand, the Cloudy Wingz brand, but also pushing my music, doing everything I thought I needed to do over the years. I put my name and my music on the radio in the States and overseas. My name on billboards and magazines, on semi-trucks and cars, on my own custom shoes that I was selling. I've gone to industry parties. The list goes on, right? But then I started seeing the same people who started out with me when I was young, doing this shit kind of just for fun, almost as a hobby, but then before the shit started getting serious, right? There were people who were there with me through every step of the way, and there were other artists, my peers. And after a while, I started seeing my peers, people I know, but also people I respect, getting handed $1 million record deals, massive opportunities, right? While I was still kind of just grinding and still struggling to kind of make my way, And then there's the other side of it. There's the other side of all of this. because don't get me wrong, like I had a few dubs, I had a few W's, you know, a few settle low key wins, you know, but when you come home off the road from being around, you know, all these famous people, from being a part of, you know, music videos, from, you know, opening up for people, you know, from getting a few offers, you know, I've turned down a few offers too, from, you know, doing interviews, you know, all these other things. You come home off the road and you come like and you come home off the road with no big W's. You know what I mean? Like you're not famous yet. Like some people start looking at you funny now. You know what I mean? Or slick start talking shit now because they expected you to be famous by now. Or then there's the other people. Then there's the other people who start hating on you. Like, how come he got to do all that but I didn't? You know what I mean? Or you know, so they start treating you differently or talking to you differently. You know, and I remember after I signed my very first record deal that I was ever offered in life, and my name made it to Google and all that shit, like to where you can Google my name, right? I fell out with a homie. That was back in 2016. But then years later, I remember I fell out with another homie after I came back from getting off the road, and he just started hating on me out of nowhere, right? The funny part is I've been around celebrities since I was very young, literally my whole life pretty much, and that's a story for a whole nother time. But yeah, but man, after a while, all that shit takes a toll on your mind. You know, it can even become demeaning in a sense. It makes you question everything, your worth, your talent, your timing. Like, is it my time to bust? You know what I'm saying? You start thinking, am I doing something wrong? Why aren't people blowing up my phone? Why aren't my calls getting answered? Why ain't I being offered, you know, the same opportunities as my peers? Why isn't my shit taking off? You know, and before you know it, that little pressure turns into self doubt. You know, and the thing that once brought me joy, making music, you know, made me happy as fuck. It started feeling more like a constant race that I could never win. That's what it felt like. But I am kind of I am kind of curious. Have any of y'all ever had a moment where you felt like you were stuck in a race that you didn't even fucking sign up for? You know what I mean? Like where the goalposts they keep moving. You know what I mean? And no matter how hard you work, it's like you're not measuring up to everybody else in the same shit. You know what I mean? So drop a comment, man, and you know, drop something in the chat and let me know I'm not the only one who's been there. You know what I'm saying? That would be great. You know, but yeah, with that being said, man, I'm gonna give y'all a second to do that. I'm gonna take a quick pause. I got a bunch of customers hitting my phone up right now. Let me get back to these customers real quick. It will only take a few minutes. So we're gonna take a quick pause, quick hiatus, and I will be right back. Testing, testing. Excuse me. All right, y'all. So I remember where we're at this time. I know a lot of the other times it takes me a second to kind of remember where we was at. But I was kind of curious, have any of y'all ever had a moment where you felt like you was stuck? You know what I mean? And you felt like you were stuck and like things weren't really measuring up, the way that you expected them to, you know. But here's the thing. So after a while, eventually, I realized that comparing myself to others was pretty much never going to get me anywhere. Like comparing myself to the peers that, got those major record deals and, just took off and got fame and all those different things. It was never going to get me anywhere. But I had to remember why I started making music in the first place, right? I had to give myself like that refreshment, that reminder. Like, nigga, you started making music for you. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I didn't start making music for the fame or validation, or I didn't start the shit for the deals, the partnerships. I didn't start it for the money. I didn't start making music for the likes or the numbers. I started making music because that shit is in my soul. Before I started making music, I was playing instruments. Before that, and even I still to this day I was beatboxing. Before that, I was in music class at school, getting in trouble for fucking around with all the instruments. You know what I mean? Or sneaking into the music room just to fuck around with the drums and shit. Which I have played the drums. I have taken drum classes. I have taken guitar classes, and a few other instruments. But regardless, music is in my soul. I have on some real ass shit, I have a different beat and different rhymes playing in my head every single day of my life. No cap. And a lot of the times when I'm chilling, that beat will come to life because I'll start beatboxing that beat. I could just be chilling. I could just be having a good time, kicking it. Ask the people who are closest to me. I'll start beatboxing out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But that's because it's in my mind, But it's also, music is also the way I express myself, and nobody else can take that from me. And if you've got something that you feel that passionate about, and you just know that, man, fuck doing this shit for this reason, like it's in me and I just want to do this because it's a part of who I am, man, fucking do that shit, bro. Fucking do that shit. For real. So after taking some time to kind of, I guess you could call it heal and reset, I'm ready. I think I'm ready to get back in the studio, and for, I just want to let it be known I'm not doing this shit for no label shit or no deal or, to keep up with the next big thing. I'm doing this because I love it, and I want to share that love with everybody who rocks with me, the people who were there, the OGs who were there rocking with me since day one when I started kind of taking music seriously. I've been recording music since like 2007, right? But I didn't start taking it even close to being somewhat serious until like 2016. give or take. You know what I mean? But the people who've been rocking with me since like the Reverb Nation days or the SoundCloud days, you know what I mean? Or even though that first time when like I announced that I signed my first record deal, back in 2016. Some of you might remember that shit. Some of you guys might remember hearing me on the radio in your city. You know what I mean? And I've gotten those calls, where people would hit me up and they're like, yo, I was traveling with Uti Wap doing this family thing or whatever, and I heard you on the radio, like, keep killing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool, but I'm not doing it for that shit. I'm not doing it for that shit no more. You know what I mean? I'm doing it for me, and I'm in the early stages of making music right now. Like, I'm back in the early stages, so I'm just kind of getting my hands dirty again with, listening to new beats, writing new lyrics, and, kind of trying to perfect new sounds. But honestly, it just feels good to just kind of just be doing that. There's no pressure. There's no criticism, just creation. Just me and the music. And if you know me, like, I love art of all kinds. I love creation of all kinds, but music is my passion, but I just love art and creation, period, But I kind of want to know, for those of you who are creators in your own right, what has your journey, if you've ever even taken a hiatus or a quick break from creating, what has your journey back to creating look like? Like, have you ever had to step away and come back stronger? Or maybe you're still working through that part of it. Let me know in the chat. Like, I want to hear your stories too. Okay, so I was thinking maybe the question might arise, what's next for me? All right? What's next for Cloudy Wingz? Well, and usually most of the time if I'm talking third person, I do prefer just being called Cloudy. Like, you don't even got to say the Wings, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's like a different type of vibe. But, so what's next for Cloudy? Well, like I said, I'm kind of diving back into this shit, so it's not gonna be easy, and it's not, and it's gonna take time, But I'm gonna share the process with all of y'all, whether it's writing lyrics, playing around with the beats, or just talking about my journey with the music shit. I want you to be a part of it. I'll be going live in the studio soon, and I'll also be getting back on the road soon, which I'm super excited about. And that's just for fun. That's just for fun, but I'm super excited about it. And I'll be making lifestyle vlogs and posting them to YouTube that have to do with this. I'll be doing live studio sessions from different angles as well. I've already got that figured out, and on different platforms. And I think the best part about that, the lives, would be I'll be asking y'all to kind of let me know what you think about what I'm making, the beat I'm choosing, where I should put this on the song, yada, yada, yada. So we'll kind of create together, and I think that'll be dope. Even if it's still early, I'm going to show y'all what I got so far. Even if it's still early in the process, I'm still going to show y'all. Whether it's a new beat, new lyrics, whatever. And if you're feeling the shit, let me know. And if you got any ideas, I'm open to hearing them. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of like what the vibe is going to be with the live studio sessions, But it does feel good to be here talking with y'all. Thank you for being patient on the music if you have been waiting. And thank you for supporting me through this time, this hiatus, whatever you want to call it. I'm very excited to see where the musical journey goes this time, and I'm also very excited to see where this new thing called Twitch goes. And I hope you're excited to join me for the ride, man, because I'm super fucking excited. So drop me a follow, man. If you want to stay updated on the music, drop me a follow. Whether it's on here, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Facebook, whatever, drop me a follow if you want to stay updated on the music, the creative process, and everything in between. Because I'm going to be streaming more frequently, all the fucking time, actually, and I can't wait to share more of this shit with y'all, man. So, thanks again for rocking with your boy, man. It's your boy, Big Clatty Wingz, and I'll see y'all again very soon. Peace.